everyone, this is Rufaro and welcome to my channel. Super excited to be having you all joining me today. In today's video, I will be doing a throwback video to show you basically what the Forbes Under 30 Summit is like. This is a video from 2019 and so I decided to do this video because unfortunately, because Corona came and messed everything up. And this year there's no summit. Well, I know they wanted to have it online, but I don't think they're having it online anymore. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely not going to be in person. So last year the summit was in Detroit, Michigan, around in October, and then the previous year it was in Boston, and so that was also a nice experience. I did not record much, but I'll share, I could share some of the bits from the one from 2018 and another one I'm going to do for Forbes the Culture, because that I feel would need its own video. Before you go into this video, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share, and let me know what you think of this video, and let's get into it. So I had to mute the music because I don't need people coming after me. But this was Chainsmokers, my fave. They had Chainsmokers, they had Normani, they had a whole bunch of other cool artists. So they also had 21 Savage, and the music playing in the background is of course not Chainsmokers or any of the artists I mentioned. So I just wanted to come in to just explain what the structure was like at the place. So basically, as I mentioned, it was in Detroit. It was right in the city, which was nice. I mean, it was really cold, but basically where the entire event was happening, it was happening at one place. So it was in this large building, like a kind of like a theater-ish, but not really. And the way they had it was they had levels, so it had like underground-ish, so it had that floor, and then it had there was the floor where they had, let's say, where you could take pictures. They were taking pictures for you. They had some entrepreneurs who were selling their stuff, and other speaker sessions there. And then they had a second floor, another floor, I think that was the Cadillac Center as well, where there was, in the video, the like entry you saw of me dancing, they had that and a whole bunch of experiences like that. They also had a bunch of stuff in that section. And then they had another section which is the tequila bar, which is so nice, and it was like on the balcony thing. So that floor also had that, and each floor would also have a bunch of speaker things happening. They had another floor where they had, again, different speaking sessions, so you could choose which ones you wanted to attend to, which track sessions you had access to, because I went as a Forbes Under 30 scholar, so I had access to certain things, other people had access to certain things, and you just go for those sessions and join and listen to the speakers. So they had some incredible speakers. I mean, of course, my favorite, they had Serena Williams was there, they had athletes there, I think Kevin Durant was there as well. They had great artists, Normani came, they had Chainsmokers, they had a lot of people. And then entrepreneurs, they had Harlem Capital was there, like John Henry's incredible speaker was there. So they had amazing speakers. People were able to pitch their businesses and get a chance to win money. One of my friends pitched her startup, so it was really a great opportunity for you to really network and just have access to a network of people literally that you would not have access to on a typical day. So
My formula for success is do my best, and then God's gonna do the rest. And every time, that's how it's happened. So in that pitch, and it's crazy because it's on YouTube, the demo day. If you play it and then close your eyes and then listen to the words that I'm actually saying, I low-key or high-key forgot half of my pitch. But I still won, and it wasn't about...
Wait, you talking about for demo day last week?
Yeah.
I was one of the judges, I didn't know.
It was the energy, and it was the fact that I came in and gave it my all. And a lot of times it's not... My path has not been... There's no like cookie cutter or roadmap, and things don't just happen. I give it my all, and every time the things that I can't cover, God just steps in. So far I've raised about close to $700,000, and all of that has just been on like these random, like demo day was a competition, and then I've had these unicorn investors who just feel, they see the passion, and they see that I'm willing to, like I give my life for this beverage company. I'm willing to die for mine. And I think that energy is just given off, and then things just kind of happen. But it's not easy. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to grow. I'm trying to raise 1.5. And John, you mentioned earlier, you ready to?
Don't stop, don't get fed. They don't.
We've been in the same room like 3 times now. Next time you gotta go check.
When we at Harlem Capital pitched our first billionaire I'm gonna try not to get too hyped so I don't screw up my hairline. But when we pitched our first billionaire, we got nervous at the end of the pitch, and we softened our ask, right? Because we have a very structured pitch. Like when you're pitching a billionaire, you know, time is money. So we got our 1 hour pitch down to 20 minutes. I mean, it's like a symphony, right? Like we know what partners hit what slides. Like you really got to go prepared when you go for the pitch, for real. And like the passion will shine through, but the amount of preparation you put in, okay, all this other stuff. So we have a partner that's gonna close out the pitch, and he gets nervous and he says, hey, we'd love to have you invest. That's where it's supposed to end. And he goes, ... or advise us or whatever. And the billionaire looks at us from across the table and he said, advice is cheap, get the money. And everyone at that table threw their head back and laughed. But he looked at us and he wasn't laughing. And neither were we. Because he was almost telling us like, hey, you want to get here? You got to go for the ask. So long way of saying, I respect you going for the ask. And you know, we have talked about it before, and like, you know, when it comes to raising cash, at least from the HCP side, so much of venture it's a very particular asset class, and I do think that still a very large percentage of founders are not very intimately familiar with the type of vehicle you need to create in order for you to attract venture money. Because there's all different kinds of money that behaves differently, right? Like small business funding, which in many times is more favorable than venture money because they're not taking equity, they're taking, you know, they're giving you a loan that's low percent interest versus, you know, venture. And so for me as a college dropout founder who broke into venture in the most unorthodox way, you know, it has taken understanding how capital behaves.
Yep.
And once you can understand the code of, okay, money behaves in this asset class in this way, and along with that behavior comes certain words, like, I joke all the time, you don't say finance, you say finance. You know, like, there's like certain there's dog whistling going on in the room, and people will intrinsically assess like that founder's ability to go and raise capital more so by the things that are being said.
And it became very obvious to me is that you have to have an exit strategy, right? Because my first investor, who was very, very nice to me, asked me what my exit strategy was, and I said, we're gonna go public. We ride this thing all the way out, right? We're taking it, you know, to the end, right? And it was kind of like, so let me chime in. Yeah, please.
It depends, you know. That question doesn't get asked to me. What's my exit strategy? Because, you know, when you're having like institutional investors, they're looking for billion-dollar outcomes. Billion-dollar angels are happy with, you know, 25 million. If I sell my company for 100 million, my investors won't be happy. So I think when you get further along the stage, people are just gonna be like, we want you to go public. We want you to, because that's not even my pitch deck now. Good thing. So, black, white, or indifferent, traction solves everything. And when you're going nuts, when you're going up and to the right, it's hard for people to say no, because people are greedy, investors are greedy, they want to make money, and you just got to appeal to that, build a great business.
Oh, is it on? I didn't know. It's here. Hi guys, my name is Ariana Waller. I'm the CTO of Delilah Ken. This is my CEO, Annie Young. We're here pitching at Forbes Under 30, trying to win $250,000. Today's the last day. We're trying to get to the final 5. We thank you so much for your support. We've been working hard on this. In less than 6 months, we were able to launch our MVP app. We have our website going. We launched our first product, Doobies by Delilah, where we have everything you need to roll a joint. Legally here in the state of Michigan. You can smoke, and if you're interested in connecting with us, our Instagram is Delilah Ken, and then our website is delilahken.com. Thank you for supporting us.
Hey everybody, Brandon Bryant from Harlem Capital, early stage venture capital fund that focus on investing in people of color and women. Rejection just tells you that you need to work on your foundation a little bit harder. Here's one of our interns, my boy Sam. Rejection tells you that you need to work on your product just a little bit harder. Do not take it personal. People get rejected every day. It's one step closer to you getting a yes. So if you work on being a better, whatever you feel, for me, a better son, a better brother, a better entrepreneur, a better colleague, a better this, the consequence is that you're a better person in the product that you produce in every single opportunity that is put in front of you. And shout out to Rafaro, who's crushing it.
Thank you.
To work with them, and I would actually sit in the back of their stores or their shops or any place of business, and I would see how many customers came in that day, how many products they sold, and then I was there at the end of the day when they were actually counting cash. I would then go to the market with them, see how much went to inventory, utilities, their kids' education, home improvements. I'd go back home to understand how much went under a mattress, how much went into a lockbox, and so I started to see really I would say the financial decisions that they were making, but really kind of the flow of capital.
Oh, finally meeting.
After how long? A year?
I don't even know. Yeah. I feel like I've known you for so long though. It's crazy. But here at the summit.
So this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this throwback video of mine on the Forbes Under 30 Summit. Again, I will be doing another one on Forbes the culture, and I'll explain what that is. I recently got accepted into this community, and I'll just explain what it's about, etc. And I would definitely say, if you're interested in learning more about the summit, go to Forbes Under 30 Summit and take a look at the information on there. It's truly a great experience. If you get selected, it's really good experience to network, if you're pitching your company, make some money, grow your network, meet new people. And as I went as a scholar, my school paid for me to go. I guess also because I was bringing exposure to my school. I don't know, I think if you go for a lot of different things, just like with sports, right? If you get selected to compete at some high level, you're bringing exposure to your school. So yeah, that's how I was able to attend as well. So that's the end of the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.